हाँ कर मैं बोल रहा तो मेरा भी पढ़ना जब मैं भेज दें
मेरे ते बना तुझे माइक पढ़ो तुझे करो
मैं कर लेना मैं बंद कर देना
बहुत शुक्री की आई और स्पॉन्सर वाइट थी गाली मैं ले रहा हूं छोटी
encyclopedia of multi-disciplines in fact. Thank you so much, Dr. Prem, for giving me this opportunity. When I was given this topic that I have to speak about the technologies of 21st century, I was a little confused because I thought the speed with which the world is changing, if I divide this century in 4 parts also, even then every quarter is going to witness the kind of changes which would happen in 1 century in the previous century. So that was, I was reading an article, Technology of the Future, World at 2050. So if we see in terms of years, it's just 28 years away from now. But if we see how the world would look like at that time, so it seems like ages away. It's altogether a different world, like James Bond's movies, much ahead of time. So a few things I would like to share with you, like our nano robots would connect our brains directly with the cloud, right? So the information right now that we are having from the smartphone, we Google from the smartphone, our brains would be doing it directly through our nervous system, and we would be having that immersive virtual reality experience, right? Secondly, these nano robots, they would extract the memories of our loved ones who have passed away and then augment with DNA sampling of that person and would be able to produce a very convincing virtual version of that person. It's a reincarnation. It looks like it's just an imagination. The things have the scientific backing also. I'll give you the article reference also, because once upon a time, video conferencing, video calling, this also was kind of, we never imagined about that. But today, as ma'am said, internet looks like primitive. These look like primitive only. We would be able to charge our phone with the power of plants, energy of photosynthesis, and space travel. You all know Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk companies, they are already onto it. Ma'am, I was thinking, sir, like these days we issue no objection certificate for foreign travel to the students in summer vacation. Probably we will be issuing the NOC for the space travel. We don't have objection to Mr. So and so going there. I mean, this is the word with how it is going to look like. Who is going to do that? Children, you. The children sitting at the back, you are the ones who are going to do that. And let me tell all of you, please, this word which you have just visualized, it seems very different to us, but to them it doesn't that much, because they are the digital natives. When we were young, we used to cry. Even our children used to cry when they were young. We used to give them rattle, junjuna. But screens were placed in front of them as specifiers. So their brains have already processed it. And we all know that brain development, it takes place maximum in the first 5 years, rather in 3 years. Because the neuron connections, those synapses are made at that time only. So they are already into it. They are not going to stay away from the technology. So what is the need? The need is that we as elders have to change our spectacles of seeing technology as bad, as threat. It is not. Technology is required in the future. I mean, this article has shown why Metaverse is so important. We are living in the VUCA world, which is volatile, which is uncertain, it is complex, it is ambiguous. And to address that, and by the way, there was one more prediction that half of the jobs would be vanished and maybe many more new are formed. So there are no future-proof careers, but future-proof skills are there. And these are the skills which we people are going to provide, through this MBCIE. Mr. Vijay has very well explained about that. So this is what is actually the next word, the coming word, and it's very important to catch them early, the brain development I talked about. Why do we go very far away? We have seen the child prodigies, tech child prodigies in India also. I won't mention that, sir, because they already know. I would just like to mention about one, Sri Lakshmi Sundar. She made the first youngest web designer. She made the first website at the age of 10 years. Same way, there were two brothers who have made 10 years when you people were playing the video games. They made the gaming apps, and actually they are there in the app store. So we have to catch them young, and my request to all my fellow principals that being in the education sector, we get to know a little early. So it's our duty to connect with the parents and to influence their mindsets also, to tell them that this is how the world is, because then once we tell them why, I think what and how we are not going to question, and they will get to know about that. Thank you very much, sir, for giving me this opportunity.
Dr. Vandna, as you have seen our principles on the cutting edge of technology. Without wasting any more time,